Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be talking about who I believe are the top 10 YouTube astrologers at this point for 2023. And what I'd like to, the first person I'd like to talk about, number one on my list, I believe he is king of, no pun intended, you're right, the Leo King. AKA David Lawrence Palmer. He is I believe of all the YouTube astrologers, he's had the biggest impact. In terms of his influence, he was in some video about it was pertaining to the biggest astrology influencers, and he is somebody who has had a very major impact on YouTube astrology. He's inspired others, I believe, to do what he's doing. He was one of the first people that I noticed when I first started my YouTube astrology channel, and the fact that it's gone. YouTube astrology, the fact that it's ascended, to the point that it has, I think, is largely due to David Lawrence Palmer, and he is somebody that's very, brings a lot of vibrant energy into his videos, and he has, really is about light and love, and gives people. He uses astrology to give others hope, and brings a lot of positivity into his videos. So I'm going to put David Lawrence Palmer number one. Now number two, I'm going to go with Alyssa Sharp. I don't know if that's what she calls herself now, Alyssa Trahan. I don't know if I'm saying that right. But anyway, many of you know who she is. She's very popular YouTube astrologer. She was one of the first ones, like David Lawrence Palmer, one of the first, YouTube astrologers as far as having a significant impact on others. And she's been doing this for many years. I think she started around 2012. Doing this, and the thing about it is, she's really, the reason I see her being one of the best YouTube astrologers is largely excuse me, because not only do her videos have a lot of extensive information pertaining to astrology, but she also brings a whimsical quality into what she's doing, and a lot of humor and great personality, and you put all that together, means she is one of the best YouTube astrologers. Now, excuse me again, people. Now the next person, number three, I'm going to choose Marin Altman. She first started, really getting big. I think it was around 2020, and she really has attained, a lot of success and fame and notoriety very quickly. Um, she made remember when she made some video, which some may have seen, controversial, regarding President Biden, and the thing is, and at that point in time, she made, I believe, the right prediction for the for the presidential election, and her astrological career really took off at that point, and she's done so much in such a very relatively short amount of time, and being at such a young age to be able to do what she's doing, it's astounding. She has a tremendous following, not just on YouTube, but also on TikTok as well. And she also has some kind of astrology courses as well. She does a lot of different videos which cover wide divergence of astrology topics. Astrocartography is one of them, and she also does something like on the Bitcoin, I believe, on cryptocurrency, on the trends based on astrological transits, and which is really something very, which a lot of astrologers will not actually do. And I have her number three on the as far as the top 10 YouTube astrologers go. Now, next person. Next person, I'm going to choose Capio Raj. I don't know if I'm saying his name right, but some of you may know he's a Vedic astrologer on that KRS astrology channel on YouTube, and he's done tremendous amount, a body of work, and covers so many astrological topics, and It's not even, I mean, he does, he's very knowledgeable, in terms of Vedic astrology. I don't follow Vedic astrology, as many of you may know. My videos are based on Western astrology, but still, he is, as far as the Vedic astrology goes, he obviously has had a, tremendous impact on helping others become more learned in that, in that branch, that teaching of astrology as far as Vedic astrology goes. And he also, he has videos like on the chart, house rulers, and covers so much material. And he also, in the videos themselves, are very colorful. A lot of them have tremendous graphics, and his personality, like the Leo King, is very, vibrant, very vivacious, and he's got, you could tell, he has tremendous enthusiasm for what he does and build up a tremendous following on YouTube. And I'm going to choose him at number 4. Now, number 5, I'm going to select Lada Dunshiva. I don't know if I'm saying her name right. But anyway, a lot of you may know who she is. She's attained, tremendous popularity as a YouTube astrologer over the years, and she will touch up on, little nuances in astrology a lot of people don't do. And I'll even say, one of the things that she's emphasized in some of her videos is when you have these aspects that are either applying or separating. And admittingly, I have not really focused that on that part of aspects as much as I should, and that's something that I need just to start to emphasize a little bit more in my astrology, what I've done over the years with my astrological learnings. And the thing is, she also is very unique. I believe she has an Aquarius ascendant, and her videos, like one of them, touches up, on a unique subject, like directional, the directional strength of planets. There are videos pertaining to astrology that most people will not even think of actually to even fathom. So I'm going to have her at number 5. Now, number 6, I'm going to choose Nadia Shah. And again, I don't know if my pronunciation is great, but she is somebody that has done, really, accomplished a tremendous, inordinate amount of work in astrology. She is somebody, over the years, she's done, a lot of videos, and done certain even videos on like transits that involve the nodes, and a lot of astrologers will not even do that. She's had numerous accolades and awards and achievements, and she even is one of few people to get some kind of MA in some kind of cultural study of cosmology, divination, or something comparable to that. You may want to confer that on the internet and see what that is exactly. But she's, obviously, in that upper echelon of astrologers in terms of her knowledge. So I'll have her at number 6. Now, number 7, I'm going to choose Michael Nebb, aka the Peace Stealer. Michael has shown a lot of persistence and loyalty into his craft, and he has, very articulate, very analytical. His videos are, centered on, peaceful things associated with astrology, on love and light, I believe like the Leo King in that sense. But Michael will incorporate spirituality into his videos, which is something we all I believe can use. And Michael is very clear when he speaks, very lucid and perspicacious when he speaks about whatever it is he's talking about, whether it's transit that we're experiencing or what have you. So I'm going to choose Michael Nebb, aka the Peace Stealer, number 7. Number 8, I'm going to select Patrick Arundel, and he is somebody that's very reticent, and he's very unobtrusive. I think he goes under the radar a little bit because he's not somebody that you might see as colorful as some of the other YouTube astrologers, but he's somebody that has vast knowledge and really understands astrology in depth. I can remember talking to him, one time regarding the synastry of of two people. He was going into, a lot of the, the aspects that even include, if I remember right, even asteroids that involve the two people in the synastry relationship. And I mean, he's very knowledgeable, whether it's regarding, natal charts or transits or progress chart reads. He's somebody I would actually highly recommend for those, any of that, those branches of astrology, well, those, I should say, those aspects or nuances of astrology. I would highly recommend him, in terms of having, your chart delineated. Now, so I'm going to put him at number 8, and he was even voted, like he was on some kind of list, and I forget the name of the, it's something like interestedvideos.com, and he was, at the time at least, he was ranked number 1 as far as the YouTube, astrologers go, or, YouTube astrology videos go, whoever, he was ranked number 1 at least at that time. Now, number 9, I'm going to choose the sunny side. Sunny does a lot of great videos on his channel. He's obviously somebody I see is very pioneering. He does a lot of those videos on, the blank zodiac sign, where he talks about who is, as an example, I don't know if he has this video, like say, for example, the best zodiac sign or the worst. I'm just throwing those titles out arbitrarily. I don't know if he actually has videos with those titles, but you understand what I'm saying, like the most attractive zodiac sign or the most beautiful zodiac sign, things of the riskiest zodiacs and things of that nature, and they're very compelling. And he's somebody that's actually, he has some humor as well. I've seen some videos on his channel where he has like some puppets, and I don't know if they're designed for children or if it's just done just to be facetious and comical in general. But he's somebody that obviously, has a wide variety of videos on the channel. He's very entertaining, and I'll put him at number 9. Now, last but not least, number 10, I'm going to put Steve Judd at number 10. I mean, Steve Judd has had really an ability with his charts, with his extensive knowledge. He'll point out things that a lot of others will overlook, and maybe attributed to his Virgo rising. A lot of that I had a friend at one time, a former friend on Facebook, tell me that Steve Judd looked at her chart and he actually spotted glaucoma in the chart. So I thought that was interesting. A lot of astrologers will not be able to really point out like real specific diseases in the chart, but he is somebody that actually can have, has, not to say can have, I should say has that uncanny ability to do so. And he's built up a very good following over the years in what he's been doing, and he's somebody that a lot of people truly respect in terms of his knowledge on on whether it's transits or natal placements or what have you. So anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment. Until next time, Edwin Learnard saying stay well.